It is February 9th, 2021, and this is the latest news for Colombia and Medellin Colombia. Follow along.
Hey, watching man, right now you're watching DC Born Rob on YouTube. Make sure to hit like and subscribe.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Again, this is the latest news for Colombia. Let's just jump right into the first story. First story is going to be Antioquia lifted the hospital red alert. And this is from yesterday, which is good news, which means the IC units are not as filled. Okay, although they went into an orange alert, 119 municipalities will continue with the night curfew measure until next Wednesday, February 10th. Now, and I'm going to read a little bit further. It does not include Medellin. Antioquia confirmed that due to the decrease in COVID-19 infections and the occupation of intensive care units, the department goes from being on a hospital red alert to an orange alert. Despite this announcement, some restrictive measures continue for 119 municipalities. Okay, so it's the Department of Antioquia, which is over the city of Medellin. And Medellin is one of the few places, which is in this one, that does not adhere to it. There are no restrictions as of right now. The night curfew that is enforced in 119 municipalities of the department will continue until next Wednesday, February 10th. For this reason, from 12 midnight until 5 a.m. in the morning, people will have to be at home to comply to restriction. In Medellin, Envigado, Itagüí, Sabaneta, La Estrella, and Caldas, these measures do not apply, okay? The decrease in the occupation of the ICU was key for the department to get out of the red alert. According to the report derived from the Ministry of Health, at the moment, 989 of the 1,278 beds that Antioquia has occupied, thus gives the total occupation at 77%. So the numbers are going down. I mean, you can trick some numbers, but you can't trick the numbers of the hospital. So either they're in the ICU and the ICU is filled or it's not. Okay, next story. In an accident in Bajo, a 63-year-old paraglider died. Now, I brought this up because I paraglided there. So take a look at my video when I paraglided. Best physical experience I've had, especially outside of the country. And keep in mind, I've jumped out of a plane. This was so much fun. And I believe it's in the same area. This was in Bajo, but it looks like he went up by himself. You know, when you go up for your first time, and I encourage you to do it, just not crash. But when you do it, you go tandem. So you're in the front and somebody's behind you, just like when you jump out of a plane for the first time. So it says a tragic event occurred this Sunday afternoon in the municipality of Bajo. A 63-year-old man practiced paragliding, lost his life after his paraglide closed and it crashed to the ground. The accident occurred when the victim, identified as Ruben Dario Gomez Montoya, was flying over Saramonte sector of the first hypothesis of the civil authorities of Bajo. It was strong winds that crossed the area and closed the paraglider. When Zapata Bajo's risk management secretary indicated this, there are versions of the community that witnessed the incident. So people saw it. We are talking about strong winds that make the paraglider get out of control and close. So his paraglide closed. And if you know, when you go on the side of the mountain and when you just run and jump off the edge, that's because that's where the heat is rising from all throughout the Medellin Valley. You can see the entire bowl of Medellin from there. Okay, next story. The ICU of the occupancy of the ICU for patients with COVID-19 in Cali begins to drop. So Cali was one of the worst. Bogota, Cali, and then Medellin, like they had some serious issues. So this one says, after more than a month, the high occupancy of beds in intensive care units in Cali begins to decline. It has currently been below 90%. According to the health authorities, in recent days, Cali has presented a significant decrease in ICU occupancy, especially of COVID patients, and thus also in the notification of new cases, which it is encouraging balance on behavior of the pandemic in the city. Even Mayor Jorge Ivan Ospina said that if the reports remain like this, the red alert for COVID-19 in the city could be de-escalated. So good news for Cali. Okay, video. Okay, now I'm going to show a couple of videos. I have two video stories that I want to show you, but if the video does not play and I get flagged for copyright, then you won't see the video, but you can just find it. This is at minuto30.com, minuto30.com. And it just shows that a video, everyone against everyone, parties in Copacabana end the tremendous fights and crowds. And if I'm not mistaken, this was right after the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I guess they were partying there, and you can see it was all over the place. In a video posted on social networks, a chaotic situation that occurred in the Copacabana sector was exposed due to a party held this weekend, which includes strong fights and crowds. Remember, a lot of this is not literal. A lot of times I'm fumbling with my words, but a lot of times I'm just reading it and it doesn't come out right. Okay, in the images, it is possible to appreciate how hundreds of people are part of a collective fight of all against all, forming traffic and the sector for violating biosafety protocols and times, of course. So no one's wearing a mask when they're fighting is what they're saying. So I've already opened it up over here. So no. Oh, I did, but I moved it. Here it is. Okay. And you can see in this video, and it's just continuing on. I mean, this cat right here is running over with his motorcycle helmet. And this just goes on and on and on. And they go after one or two people. Then his friend tries to jump in over here. This is his friend who tries to jump in, but he can't get in. It's crazy. They're all over the place. But this stuff happens, and they show everything on the news in Colombia or outside of the United States. Everything is on the news, you know. So anyway, let's hopefully nobody got seriously injured. Okay. Here's one for Poblado that I wanted to bring up because you guys need to know. And this is actually, it's in Poblado, but it's just north of Parquilleres, okay, the Provenza area. It says, alleged thieves would be uniformed and in a tumult, I guess a fight to do their thing in El Poblado. So you'll see in the video, again, if the video doesn't play, you'll have to come back and look at this on your own, but it looks like these people with the white shirts acting like they're official, and this girl, a couple of girls, actually bump into some people who are standing in line. And it's at Provenza, you know, there's a lot of tables on the sidewalks, really, really high-end part of Poblado. All of Poblado is pretty nice, but this area is, you know, upscale. You sit on the sidewalk, you know, everything is open in Colombia, really. So you're not inside. Everything is half inside, half outside, but Provenza is a really nice area, and it's just up from Parquilleres. Okay, this says, through a video captured by security cameras, a new type of theft was unveiled in the Provenza sector of El Poblado neighborhood in Medellin, where men and women with the same color of shirts making a tumult, I guess a hassle, and under the tickling, they would be stealing the belongings of the people who are in line at the premises. And it is that in this video, you can see several men and women wearing black and white t-shirts surround a citizen who would be a foreigner and another man while they are queuing at a local line. They begin to pretend that they are also queuing and standing other gestures. The men in a white shirt go over to the foreigner, and another man managed to steal the wallet from the man in the gray cap. In this way, they would be stealing in this sector of the pink zone Medellin in front of more citizens. So when it happened, the guy caught him, and a big tussle happened. The video doesn't show what happened, but here's the video right here. Okay, next story. Well, actually, before I jump into this story, I want to inform you that I am starting a WhatsApp chat group. Now, I told you this a couple of weeks ago. I've been telling you over the past couple of weeks I wanted to do this because we're becoming more of a community, meaning a lot of you guys are actually helping some guys there, some guys that are coming, and it's much appreciated. So I am starting a WhatsApp group for my YouTube channel. Do me a favor if you'd like to join this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the first 100 people at no cost. Someone asked me the other day, how do I make money? Well, I don't really. I get a few dollars from YouTube, and trust me, it's a few dollars. It's not like I'm doing this for money. But as far as a resource, I want to be that go-to solution for you when traveling to Colombia and traveling to Medellin, Colombia. So if you will, email me at dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. That's dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. Send me your WhatsApp phone number and name, and I will add you to the list. Okay, again, the first 100 people, and I'll decide whether or not I'm going to charge even after the first 100. So we'll see how this goes. So it's going to take a minute to get 100 people to sign up. But I hope you guys will join me. I'll also put out news things, that anything that pops up quickly that, I don't have enough time to actually put it on film, then I'll go ahead and post it on that. So you'll be heads up to first things that are happening. So again, this is going to be a benefit to all of the viewers to be able to communicate with each other, because a lot of you guys help in the comments, but not everybody sees those comments. They pick and choose which ones that they want to comment on. And so they may not see yours and not get benefit of it. And I don't have a way of copying and bringing it over. It wouldn't make sense to do that. So you'll be able to ask each other, hey, does anybody know where there's testing in Cartagena? Does anybody know where I can get a good burger in Medellin? Yes, you can go to Sweet Georgia Cafe. That's right. They partied on a Super Bowl day. They had a nice little event over there. Good food, the bar girls that are working there, they had a good experience. So remember to go by Sweet Georgia Cafe when you're in town. Also, if you need a driver, look out for my guy Andres. His information will be below. If you need a pickup or a drop off from the airport, or a pickup or a drop off to get your test, or a tour. If you want to do a tour, this is the guy who's going to do it for you. Okay, so let's just jump to the next story. I brought this one up because it's a 14-year-old girl. It's in a convenience store. You can't rob these people. They're all going to come together as a community. You don't have a need for snitches, so-called snitching. The snitches get stitches. They don't deal with that crap down there. If you get caught stealing out of their neighborhood and they catch you, it's on like popcorn. Everybody will come up. I've seen so many videos, they don't play. Well, here's one where they just did not want to get robbed. It's a convenience store. It says a new attempted robbery of a commercial premises was presented in the English neighborhood south of Bogota. But this time, a 14-year-old minor confronted two armed men with a machete who tried to steal money from the cash register of the mother's premises. And it is, the minor noticed to Caracol, and that's the name of this news source, that it's not the first or second time this happened. So I really had that here in my head, that if something new happened, take the machete and hit them. In the video, you can see how the minor reacts immediately, sees one of the men who was already inside the premises to try and steal, and takes him out with a machete. And no joke. It is noteworthy that the minor's mother and her 2-year-old sister were also at the scene. One of the men entered the premises first with a motorcycle helmet on, and according to the child's mother for the aforementioned medium, it seemed strange to me. I followed him with my eyes until he entered. When I see that he sends the hand to open the gate, and when his hands, I see a revolver, I get up. That's when I saw my daughter with the machete facing the views. Okay. The mother was shot, but not seriously. Okay, here's the video right here. Again, if it doesn't show because of copyright, you just won't see it here, but it's on Twitter. Okay, you see somebody walked in and tried to run inside. She grabbed that machete, and that's it. Just right quick again. So here's the little girl right here. They're panicking. She grabs the machete and starts chopping. It's no joke. They don't play here. Okay, they don't play. Okay, next story. Colombia at the forefront of world migration. Okay, Colombia is ahead of a lot of countries when it comes to helping people from other countries. You know, those countries have a history and they've gone back and forth. I think they were all one country at one point, including Brazil. But this one says President Ivan Duque's decision to regularize more than 100 million Venezuelans makes the country a leader in the migration issue. Foreign governments that look similar measures paid a high political cost. So it does cost financially, but they say that they're more apt to help out and join into society and contribute to society. Colombia is from now on much more than a country most affected by the Venezuelan migration crisis, and may become the world benchmark on migration issues following the announcement by President Ivan Duque to temporarily regularize about 1 million Venezuelans through the temporary state of protection for Venezuelan migrants. So they're letting them come in, and they're letting in over 1 million of them. And they're saying that we are going to accept you and you'll be eligible for social services and that you can work as well. Okay. The Bogota metro station currently has 88 free parqueaderos, okay, parking spots to put your bike. I brought this up because I stay near the Bogota metro station, It's right down from the Santa Fe Mall, not even a half a mile. I live like 5 blocks from there, but it's not just this one location. So I encourage you, I don't encourage you to drive, but if you're going to get out, on Sunday and you're going to ride, or you want to go, shorten your distance, you want to go up to Poblado, just jump on the train from Bogota or wherever and go up to Poblado station. You can do it and leave your bike there. Just chain it up, but it's your responsibility, of course. If you travel by bicycle starting this Tuesday, February 9th, the Metro offers you the possibility of using the free parking area provided for the purpose of the Bogota station. There is a space for 88 of these vehicles. That's a lot of bikes. And as Maria Rusi, a professional in the Metro planning management, assured, the space has good lighting, surveillance cameras, and the cover to leave the bicycle safely. Okay, now it's a few other locations too, so I wanted to show you that it's not just that one station. You drop it there and you got to go, you don't have a bike. But this new space joins the 8 existing stations located in Envigado, Niquia, Bello, Universidad, Poblado, Floresta, Estadio, and Santa Lucia stations, thus complementing the idea of integrating the Civic card and the Encicla public bicycle system. So there you go. Good news for you guys. One last story, the dollar. You guys need to know, is it going up? Is it going down? It's going up. They're saying that it may bust through 3.6 today. That's 3,600 COP, Colombian pesos, to $1. Okay, as of this morning, it was 3,584, which is decent. I think it was 3.4 when I was there. So this is a good price. Another reason to head on down to Colombia, because your dollar is strong. Do me a favor, if you're getting any benefit out of this video, hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos, and like. Like helps the YouTube algorithm, helps more people to see my videos. Much appreciated. And remember, join up on my WhatsApp group. Send me an email to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. Send me your WhatsApp number and your name, and I will make sure that you get added to it, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much, and be safe.
We have a YouTube channel. Like it.
Please comment and share if you like the video. Please subscribe and kick the bell.